Well, good morning. We are here on November 4th for our daily devotion, and today's comes from Psalm 56. It's entitled, Trust in God Under Persecution. And so the psalmist writes, Be gracious to me, O God, for the people trample on me. All day long foes oppress me. My enemies trample on me all day long, for many fight against me. O Most High God, I am afraid. I put my trust in you. In God, whose words I praise, in God I trust. I am not afraid. What can flesh do to me? All day long they seek to injure my cause. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They stir up strife, they work, they lurk, they watch my steps. They are hoped to have my life, so repay them for their crimes. In wrath cast down the peoples, O God. You keep count of my tossings. Put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your record? Then my enemies will retreat in the day that I call. This I know that God is for me. In God whose words I praise, in the Lord whose word I praise, in God I trust. I am not afraid. What can a mere mortal do to me? My vow to you I must perform, O God. I will render thank you, offerings to you, for you have delivered my soul from death and my feet from falling, so that I may walk before God in the light of life. And so what we have here is another situation where the psalmist is in some kind of oppressive state. He's being persecuted. People want to trample him. The foes are oppressing him. They want to fight against him. And what does he say? O Most High God, whom I am, when I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God I trust. I am not afraid. What can flesh do to me? How many times does he say I am not afraid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. In God I trust. So he's saying all of these things don't really matter because I'm trusting in God. God is going to resolve the situation. However God does, God is going to resolve all of this. And at the end, it says that my enemies have retreated in the days I call because they trusted in God and he was not afraid. What can a mere mortal do to me? Not a whole lot. Trust in God. He made a vow that he will be with God and that God will walk with him in all of this. And isn't that all we can do when we feel like we're being persecuted by friends and enemies or whoever in our lives when we're being hurt? All we can do is really trust in God because the rest of it doesn't really matter. There's not a whole lot we can do about other stuff. But if we trust in God and we are not afraid, God will walk us through that. Go back to the 23rd Psalm. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, for you are with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. God is walking with us through all of this. So the lesson today is simply to trust in God. Be not afraid. For persecutions and all these things are going to happen, but we should have our faith and our trust in God. Go in peace and the love of Christ.